for me. And even after that, it still wasn't enough for me to stop.
Before I knew it, I'm getting phone calls from my friends, just heartbreaking phone calls, letting me know that one of my best friends died from an overdose. It's been this pill, Opana, that just creeps up on kids, and they die when they're in their sleep. You know, I've personally lost about 5 really close friends to this.
They were intended to be taken as a pill coated with a material which dissolved over a period of time and then released the substance slowly. Now, kids and adults have understood that if they remove the layer, the skin, then all of a sudden you've taken a time-release drug and made it into an immediate-release drug that is extremely potent. Even if they're cut in half or cut in quarters to share, that intensifies the problem because you've now removed the time-release factor by cutting the pill in half.
A lot of my friends started dying from the OxyContin and then from shooting the heroin. And I lost my best friend. He died in my hands from what we call a hot shot of heroin. It was heroin that was poisoned. And that really didn't stop me. It really didn't faze me, you know. I think I was so deep, so lost, my soul was pretty much gone.
I see the people that are still alive, but I know so many that don't make it to our program, that don't make it to treatment, that don't make it to a 12-step meeting, that die before they ever get there.
There's a community now that are out to help. Those of you, if we can reach one person that's here watching the film that says, this is my story, this is what I'm doing, and I don't know where to go. There are people out there, there are communities, there are rehab programs, there are individuals that you've heard on this tape that are success stories, and that's the message we want to leave with you.
Out of 15 friends back home, probably 5 of them are dead, and the other 10 are still doing exactly what I was doing. Most people can't kick this thing.
You know, it's really life or death, you know, and it's like, it's serious, and I've lost like a lot of friends to this.
You can easily block your number and 911, that way you don't get in trouble, but at least call someone, save a life, so that way your friend can live.
Now, if it doesn't kill them, it can certainly give them brain damage. So to live a life in a wheelchair, unable to speak, unable to communicate, unable to go to college, unable to function, is a very, very tragic loss.
My son had a marijuana issue, big time. He loved his marijuana. He had anxiety, and the marijuana was no longer helping him. He had more anxiety because of the weed that he smoked. He'd have to wake up in the morning and go around the corner and smoke a joint before starting his day. The weed was no longer helping, so a friend says, here, take a quarter of this pill. That pill was called Opana. Jared didn't want that route. He swore over and over to me that marijuana would not lead to pills. And the marijuana was no longer helping him, so he did turn to Opana. Addiction devastates the entire family. It takes over the entire family.
Who knows what they could have done with their lives? These kids had the brightest futures ahead of them, and it's been taken away.
My son will never have the chance to celebrate his 21st birthday. He'll never have the chance to have a girlfriend. He never had a girlfriend. He'll never have the chance to get married, have kids, and just live life to its fullest like he should be. I'm here to save lives, and I hope that each and every one of you take this seriously and never try it. Never start, because once you start, you are hooked. Don't take pills. Pills kill. One pill can kill.
I lost my brother, Jared, 2 years ago from an overdose, and he always told me that he was invincible and he would never try pills or anything. He always said to me that he'll always stick to marijuana, and he thought it would never happen to him, and look where he is now. He's up in heaven.
The first thing I hear from people is, it's not going to happen to me.
You don't think it's going to happen to you? It will happen to you. It grabs you, and it entices you, and it's hard to pull away from.
I had always heard like about drugs and about the consequences, but I never thought that that would happen to me because I lived in a safe neighborhood and the kids that I did drugs with were normal kids on the basketball team and got straight A's.
When I was a little kid, if you'd asked me, I never thought it was going to end up that way. It just happened, and then once you're in it, you don't know how to get out of it.
When you can stop, you don't want to, and then when you do want to stop, you can't. I just couldn't get myself to stop.
If you choose to go down this path and take these pills, you'll have a tragic ending, either a tragic life of becoming an addict with the disease of addiction that you'll have to fight the rest of your life, or you can die, or you can end up like Aaron, having the challenges that he has every day, because sometimes you don't die.
People that have never done a drug in their life take one drug, and we're talking about drugs that with one use can alter your brain chemistry to where you have to have that drug, period.
It can happen to anybody. And by doing it one time, that could be one too many.
If I could take it all back, I definitely would, because this has brought me to some nasty places that I would never want to be.
If I could go back and talk to myself right when I started to figure out about drugs, I guess I would say to reach out more. I feel like I distanced myself from my family a lot. I feel like if I would have had a closer relationship with my family or kept doing the things that I love to do, kept doing soccer, kept staying in sports, and not switched my friends. If I would have just kept hanging around with the people that I was hanging around with, the people that, like when I fell off and got into drugs, they stayed on with getting good grades and, pursuing their life in sports. And that's probably my biggest regret, is that I didn't pursue those things and I lost a lot of time in my life because of it.
It's not worth it, It's absolutely not worth it. If I could fast forward my life and look where my life would go, from the first night I tried it, which was just a party, it was just fun, we're just teens having a good time, and see where my life went, I never would have done it. I absolutely never would have done it.
It's just not right. It's not the life that we're supposed to live. We're not supposed to be doing this stuff to our bodies.
It's too late for Aaron, but it's not too late for you. Remember Aaron, and remember to make a good choice so you can follow your hopes and dreams.
In everybody's life, there comes a time where you have to decide, am I going to do drugs or not?
When the time comes for you to decide, you know what to do.
I've been dreaming that you're still alive and in my arms. If I had just another day with you, my love, I'd show you all the parts of life that's robbed you of.